Hello everyone and welcome to this episode. In this episode, I'm going to be walking you through some main highlights of your CIS navigation homepage. So once going to cis.utah.edu, this should be the page that you see once you've been able to log in. Now, I am staff at the University of Utah, so if your homepage looks a little bit different than mine, that's why. Completely fine, nothing to worry about. The first thing we want to do and make sure about is that this is your name and your UID here. In the case that you have logged onto a friend's computer or you're using a public computer in the library, please make sure that this is you. On the left-hand side, we have something that says Canvas. Now, if you haven't used Canvas before, if you're not as familiar with what the system is, it's actually where all of your classes are going to be housed. So it's really important to make sure that that is all accurate from what you see. If you're an incoming freshman and watching this video and you haven't registered for classes yet, that's fine. This area will be blank. So this is going to tell me what tasks or holds I have. I was a student, so you can actually see I still have 2 holds. They're not preventing registration, but they're just left over from when I was a student. Actually clicking on that will tell you what the holds are, what they mean, how to take care of them, a number to call if you're confused about how to remove that hold, and whether or not the holds prevent registration. For example, if you're an incoming freshman and you have something that says 1 hold, most likely it is something called an academic credentials hold. This means that the University of Utah Office of Admissions has not yet received your final high school transcript. If you haven't graduated, that's why, that's completely fine. Upon graduation, you'll be able to have your high school send over your final transcript as proof of you graduating, and that will complete this hold. Other things to look at is going to be your UMail. So this is really important. All official University of Utah communication will come through your UMail, departments, advisors, everything like that. Please keep a watch and get in a habit of checking this. Other things to look at are going to be your registration tile, which we'll go over later in another episode. Your degree audit system, so this is going to be like your graduation tracker, and I highly recommend meeting with an advisor to learn more about this. These are where all of this class schedules are housed. Actually, clicking on this will link you out. So if you're trying to decide what classes you want to take for fall, this is going to be the best button to push, and we will go through this in a later episode as well. Other things to keep in mind are going to be your tuition and loans, student housing, ASU voting for your student government, and others here. You also do have a message center. So these are going to be messages going out to all students. If you have any personal messages, they will come up here in the top right. And the nice thing to know is these are actually customizable, so you can actually click and drag and alter these tiles in any way that you want.